The message is, Caroline, there is no appetite then for protectionism here in Europe.
That's right, and today should be another show of opposition from EU leaders here in Brussels against protectionism, against the policy stance of the US President Donald Trump. And the timing is very important because, as you know, we have threats not only from outside the EU but also from inside. You'll have the Dutch elections next week and the French elections next month. The EU Council President Donald Tusk, who actually was re-elected yesterday for another 2.5 years mandate despite facing opposition from his home country, Poland. He highlighted in a press conference last night that the EU should play on the successful trade agreement with Canada in order to progress on the deal with Japan. That's been 4 years in the making. The German Chancellor Angela Merkel also said the discussions in Brussels included new trade deals with Mercosur and improving the relationships with China. And the rotating presidency president, the Maltese Prime Minister Josep Muscat, told us that EU has now become the beacon of free trade.
OK, you spoke to the British Prime Minister, and I'm fascinated about this exchange. What did you ask her, and what did she say?
So I wanted to ask her about this exclusive scoop we had on Bloomberg yesterday. The foreign minister of Denmark, Mr. Samuelsen, saying that a trade deal with the UK after Brexit could take up to 15 years. As we know, Theresa May is trying to negotiate a big package with Brexit and a trade deal at the same time within the next 2 years, despite the resistance from EU officials, including the chief Brexit negotiator here in Brussels, Michel Barnier. So I put the question to Theresa May, whether she saw that the comments from the Danish foreign minister, whether he was wrong and whether she wanted to achieve everything within 2 years.
That is the timetable that we're working to, and that's the timetable that the European Union is working to. Yes, I am optimistic that we can achieve a good and a comprehensive free trade deal with the European Union. Why am I optimistic about that? Because it's not just about what's in the UK's interests, it's also about what is in the interests of the European Union.
So Theresa May wasn't very clear on whether this 2-year period would actually apply to a trade deal or to just the framework of future relationships with the EU. But remember, back in January, this is also the reason why the UK envoy to the EU, Ivan Rogers, resigned, because he was accused of being too pessimistic about how long a trade deal could take. Today, the leaders are meeting at 27 to prepare the Rome summit at the end of March, and the next time Theresa May returns to Brussels, Brexit will be on the agenda.